Welcome back, guys, to another episode. I don't even know what to call this series. I just cut off my own intro because I don't know what to call the series. But welcome back, guys, to sit down and talk and grab your popcorn or put your feet up or talking ball with JR. Can we do that one? Hold on, I think we just got it. Talking ball with JR. I think we just got it. We just got it, boys. Hold on. I think we just figured it out. Bournemouth and Brentford is what we're starting off. Last week, I had a terrible weekend. I'll be honest with you. 5-4 isn't the greatest, but it was just the first week. I've learned. All right. I've looked at the tape. I've learned from my mistakes. Don't worry. It won't happen again. I promise you, we won't ever have a record like that ever again. But just letting you know, there's outside factors into why I got those incorrect. I'm just saying. Because I think I got, if we're being real, like I said in the last video, I got 80% of them right, if we're being real. But no one's going to mention that. So, guys, we're going to get into it. Brentford and Bournemouth is the first game of the freaking weekday. And Bournemouth, you guys know how I feel about this team. Ryan, you know that's my son. You know that's my kid. You know that's my little bruh. And you know how I feel about this team. I got a little bias here towards this team. But Brentford's cooking. Let's just be real here. Brentford's cooking. They did get, they kind of lucky against Burnley. But they're cooking. And they're winning. We kept saying that, hey, at some point, Brentford's going to fall off. At some point, they're going to fall off. At some point, hasn't gotten to a point yet, And honestly, good for Brentford. Good for Brentford. They got a bunch of guys that people don't really, never heard of before the, start of the season. Or if you did, you didn't think much of them. And now they're cooking. Jordan Henderson, Ajax is like, bro, where was this at? You know what I mean? He's actually a competent player in the Prem, but freaking Ajax, he was sticking it up. So, shout out to shout out to Brentford and shout out to Bournemouth for what they're doing this season. They're both actually two fun teams to watch. And with that being said, Bournemouth haven't beaten Brentford since 2021. You know what I mean? But guys, they didn't have Ryan. Let's just be real here. They haven't beaten him since 2021, but they didn't have Ryan. All right, but these guys have had historically really, really good games. All right, they've had some really, really good games, and I'm be real with you, Brentford. I think the form continues. But because I don't think you lose. But I don't think Bournemouth loses. All right, but I'm expecting a lot of goals. Okay, 6 of the last 10 games went over 2.5. All right. So if you want to hammer that home, hammer over 2.5 because that's what I'm going with. I'm also going with, well, no, I'm not betting that. So don't put that on my record. All right. Both teams to score is what I'm betting on, but over 2.5 has gone over 6 out of the last 10 times. So if you want to look at that, go ahead. And Evan Nilsson is out for Bournemouth though, or maybe out. And if he's not, it's okay. Kropey, he's looking still good. Shout out Crow Cop. Shout out Robo Cop. Shout out Kropey Cop. I think he's gonna score. If you want to sprinkle on that. That's also not going on my record, but I'm just letting you know that's something I'm thinking about. But yes, Ryan scored assist. Always take that because that's my son. And 2-2 is the score I'm going with. Evan Nilsson's out. It don't matter. He rarely scores goals, even though he scored a goal last game. It's okay. Don't worry about it. 2-2 is what I'm going with. Over 2.5 is what you should go with. Both teams to score is what I'm going with for my betting. And guys, sprinkle some Ryan to score and Corpy to score. We head over to Liverpool to see Everton versus Burnley. Everton, what a game. What a game against Newcastle. They played phenomenal. Played exactly the way that David Moyes wants to play. That's exactly what they did. They got the 3 points away from home at St. James Park. Not an easy place to go to. So shout out to Everton. Shout out for them to get those 3 points. Burnley, unlucky to not escape with at least 2 points. Or not at least 2 points, at least with 8 points. But I don't see them scoring that many goals again. Let's just be real with you. Burnley, if you're a Burnley fan, you know this ain't happening again. Let's just be real. Especially back-to-back. Back-to-back, you guys aren't scoring over at least. You guys aren't scoring over 2 goals. All right, no, you're not scoring over 1 goal. Matter of fact, all right. So if you want to hammer the under of that, go ahead. I bet the odds are ridiculously terrible. Okay, so just letting you know, this is probably gonna be as easy as you like. Even though Burnley did look strong, all right, and Burnley's last 5 games against Everton have yet to score. They have yet to score against Everton in the last 5 games. I don't think that's changing. So I'll be with you. Burnley, all those goals you scored, you're gonna hope that you at least score one of them in these games. All right. So I'm going with Everton 2, Burnley a whole donut. They ain't scoring nothing. And I'm not betting nothing on this because I'm staying away from anything Burnley and everything Everton. All right. So, guys, there you go. 2-0 is what I'm going with. Barry, maybe a shot on target. If you want to take something, take a Barry shot on target or in die score assist. Leeds versus Sunderland. Two teams that look pretty decent. One that's a lot ahead of, a lot of the curve if we're thinking about it as far as table goes. But one's playing actually a little bit better, even though it's a team that's lower than the table. They're playing better and they're actually in better form than right now. And that's Leeds United. Even though they did lose their game against City, they actually look pretty decent. I think they played really well to their credit. So shout out to them. They didn't get obliterated that I thought they would. They played well. 1-0 loss to City isn't anything to be, to really be pissed about. Sunderland, like I said last video, away from home, they're not the greatest. They obviously tied against Bournemouth 1-1, which was a game that I didn't think they really showed up for. I'm being real true. I think that they got lucky to get a point out of there. I think Bournemouth should have won that game, if I'm being honest with you. Sunderland's form seems to stalling out, form that they were having that everybody was so shocked of. Seems to be stalling out with these matchups they've been having, right? And being away from home, again, it's a second away game for them. I don't think that they pick up points here. Actually, no, sorry. I don't think they pick up 3 points here. But I do think that Leeds, with their form, I think they continue it. I think they're going to be, hey, it was City. Look past it. Keep it going. Let's keep it moving. And I think that it will be a 1-1 draw. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. I think Leeds will take care of business. I think they'll hold their own. If you want, take Leeds double chance. I think that'll be some good value for yourself. Because I think that if they don't draw this, I think they win this game. I don't see them losing this game at all to Sunderland. Sunderland seems to be stalled out, and I think Leeds are going to be feeling very confident against them. So Leeds won, Sunderland won. But if you want to sprinkle some Leeds double chance, because I think they could win this game also. Wolves versus Liverpool is the next matchup, and historically, Liverpool absolutely obliterates Wolves. There's no fun stats to where there's some slither of hope for Wolves. They did have a really good game against Villa. Let me just not say that they did take some points from Villa, winning 2-0. That's them. They did perform really well. João Gomez. Andre is actually questionable to play this game. Obviously, Liverpool without Florian Wirtz, still without Connor Bradley, without Isak. Obviously, they played amazingly. There was nothing really to fault for them from their last game. They played really well. Obviously, West Ham's not that great, but I think West Ham's better than Wolves. And look what Liverpool did to them. I know that's not always going to be the best way to judge the team, but I think Wolves is just, they're horrendous. There's not much really to say, and I think it's gonna be really as easy as you like for Liverpool. They can take a day off. It's gonna be a 3-1 for Liverpool, and Salah will get on the score sheet. So Salah, the score or assist you can take, but I think it will be Salah for sure getting on the score sheet. Then we head over to my squad. Chelsea Football Club against Aston Villa. Now, I'll be real with you. I have no idea how to feel about this. Generally, I have no idea how to feel about this game. Obviously, Neto is out. He's suspended. Estevao might be back. Cucurella might be back. Cole's obviously out. Gins is obviously out. And then they are missing Kamara, John McGinn, and Yorin Tillemans. So, in all seriousness, I should probably go in here with some sort of confidence. Looking at this team, with Tyrone Mings, with Ross Barkley, Leon Bailey. I should, Tammy Amorim. I should feel confident, going into this game. But I really don't. I don't really feel confident with this team. This team has not given me anything to really be hopeful for. If I'm being real with you, this. What am I every time I think we're gonna do well, we don't do well, and then when we somehow manage to do well, we have a terrible second half. It's this team is as confusing as it gets, and Liam Rossinier, fix up. You gotta fix something here, bro. All these red cards, the terrible freaking lack of discipline. It's terrible. It's terrible because the red cards are absolutely horrendous. The red cards that you're like, what are you doing? But on that note, Chelsea, haven't beaten. I think what? So Chelsea, let's see. Villa return home. Villa have won 5 of the last 10 matches and drawn 2 against Chelsea at home. So they haven't really lost. So they lost only 3 games. So yeah, they won 5 and then drawn 2. So 7 and then 10 of the matches. So yeah, 3. So yeah, Chelsea have only won 3 games away from home against against Villa in the last 10 matches, and Chelsea haven't beaten them away at home in the Prem in 4 years. So even when I look at Ross Barkley over there, I'm like, do I have hope? Is there some sort of hope for my team? I want to say yes, so bad, because they look horrendous, and if they look horrendous, he's not gonna play well. I've given all hope on him for this season. If we're starting this dude, we're gonna be starting Garnacho. We're gonna be starting Garnacho. You know what? Just for all hopeful reasons and for all biased purposes, I'm gonna take Chelsea. Chelsea 2-1. Give me João Pedro to score. Take the over 1.5. Take Enzo to score or assist to also. Oh, sorry. No. Take Enzo to get a shot on target. That will definitely be happening. But I also actually take score and assist. I think he'll get an assist this game, or if anything, he'll box crash and get in a goal. So take that. I think we'll win this game. I hope is really what I meant to say. Douglas Luiz, Ross Barkley. You know what? Watch Douglas Luiz have an amazing game just because Chelsea were almost signing him. Like, watch Douglas Luiz be the Douglas Luiz of old. I'm calling it now. But yeah, 2-1 Chelsea. But knowing me, we're probably going to lose 6-1. And we're probably going to have 3 red cards. We head over to first place, the unfortunate team to be in first place, Arsenal Football Club. They're coming off a victory against Chelsea, and Brighton are coming off a victory against Forest. Arsenal going to be out with questionable without Odegaard, questionable without Declan Rice. Micah Moreno's out, Ben White's out, and this is a lineup that, this is what we're predicting lineup. And I'm be with you guys. All right. I know this is going to seem a little biased. I know it's going to seem a little bit just because it's Arsenal. I want to say this, but Brighton have been really good against Arsenal, at home. When it comes to at home, Brighton have been really good against Arsenal. They've only lost 3 times to Arsenal at home. So, to their credit, they've been really, really good. And I think Brighton have only lost twice this season in the Prem at home. So, I'm hoping for the best. This one's more of a hopeful. I'm just letting you know. This one's more of a hopeful. But I think Brighton can somehow, take some points away from Arsenal. That'll be phenomenal. And I think this could be an opportunity, especially if Declan Rice and Odegaard are out. I think this could be an opportunity for them to take away points. So I'm going to go Brighton 2, Arsenal 2, and I think it'll be a draw. And I'm actually going to bet Brighton 2x. I think that's a good bet, and I think a safe bet on Brighton because they've been really, really good. So I don't expect them to get obliterated. I think if they lose, they're going to lose like 1-0. But I think they can. I think they can keep up with Arsenal, and I think with this form, it can take them to a 2-2 draw. At least I hope so. Now heading over to Fulham versus West Ham. And West Ham, honestly, after what y'all did to me and made me look dumb like that, I can't be on your side. I can't. Because you can't make me look dumb like that. No, you can't. You can't make me feel like, yo, there's some hope. You have a great record. You can do this. I believe in you. And now I'm getting deja vu because now if you look at West Ham against Fulham, they've actually been really good against Fulham. They actually have a freaking great record against Fulham. They've only lost once to Fulham. So here we go again with a great record against a team. Now it's just, what way do I pick now, right? Do I go with them, or do I just learn from my mistakes? And I'll be real with you. You made me look dumb, West Ham. Nuno, you made me look dumb. So out of spite, and I actually like Fulham's, and I like Marco Silva, I will take Fulham. And I'm going to take Fulham to win. I think Fulham's going to end this horrendous record they have against West Ham, and they're going to actually win. And I think it'll be Fulham 2, and West Ham 1. Both teams to score, I think, will be guaranteed there. Somerville's in, Mateos Fernandez. I love you guys. Jared Bowen, I love you guys, but your team stinks. Your coach has pissed me off because you guys made me look horrendous. So, Fulham 2, West Ham 1. Fulham, keep the ball rolling, keep it going, keep looking strong against every single London club, it seems like. Because every freaking club that you come up against, besides Arsenal, you guys look great. Actually, maybe even against Arsenal, you guys look great. I don't even remember. Now we head over to the team that literally is the only team that gives us hope right now. The only team that gives us hope that Arsenal won't win the league. Manchester City versus Nottingham Forest. And I'll be real with you. City, you can't slip up. You can't slip up, and especially against a team like Forest, okay? This isn't the time to slip up, all right? Haaland's questionable. Haaland might not play with a knock. I think play him. Or actually, no, maybe not against Forest. Maybe Forest, or if anything, play him, put him on a bench, and then if you need to, play him for like 15, 20 minutes. Gvardiol's obviously out. Kovacic obviously out. I think City, you shouldn't have problems. Mark Gahey and Ruben Diaz, I think they should handle Forest's, Igor Jesus and Gibbs White pretty easily. I don't think it'll be any issue for them. And I think that they'll have a really, really good game against Forest. And I think that they will win with ease. So I think I'm going to go Manchester City 3, Forest 0. And I'm also going to go with Philly Foden to score or assist. And I'll also take Ryan Cherky to score or assist. And if you even want to sprinkle even a little extra to get some even crazier with it, you can put in Marmouche to score because I think he'll get in the back of the net. So there you go. 3-0 Manchester City. Keep the pressure on Arsenal. You need to. Especially if Arsenal drop points like I think they will. Then City, you need to win this game. Please, I beg of you. Head over to the other Manchester team. Manchester United versus Newcastle United. And I think this is a definitive game for Newcastle United after that loss for Eddie Howe. They're going to be without Bruno Guimaraes again. I don't think he'll be ready in time. Or I think he's only back in April, actually. And I'll be honest with you. I think this could be a vital game for Eddie Howe. I think this could be his job on the line. I think if Michael Carrick's Manchester United go out there and win against Newcastle United again away, they lose again away, not away from him, but at home again back to back. I think it's done for Eddie. I don't see them keeping him for long. I think it's GG's in the chat for him already. And if I think he loses again back to back home games, I think it's donezo. Sesko, I knew you were gonna score. I told Michael Carrick start him. He started him and he scored. All right, he started him and he scored. That's exactly what I want to see. Benjamin Sesko. Bruno Fernandes got the score and assist, like I said it would happen. But the thing is with Manchester United, they are missing a lot of their back line. A lot of them are out or questionable. I know Maguire's questionable. I think they might be without Maguire, Shaw, Mount, De Ligt, and Lisandro Martinez all for this game, potentially. Some of them are already said that they will be out, but let's see Maguire, doubtful. Lisandro Martinez, doubtful. Shaw, doubtful. You see, they're all doubtful. So we'll see. If this is the back line, it's going to be a very interesting game. So I'm going to go based off this back line. I don't think they're experienced enough. I think Dalot doesn't have anybody to hold his hand. I think it's going to be very, very bad with Manu over there, with Casemiro. With Euro in heaven, I think there's mistakes that can be made and will be made in that back line for United. But I also don't trust this back line for Newcastle. So I'm going to go 2 Newcastle and Manchester United 2. I think over 3.5 is in the bank. I think there will be goals scored in this game. Look for Mateus Cunha to get in the back of the net. Look at Anthony Gordon to get in the back of the net. I think that will happen. Look at Jacob Ramsey also to score or assist. Most likely an assist. So yeah, that's what I'm taking. I think that's what's going to happen. I think United drop points here. I think Newcastle, I don't think they're going to be too happy, but I think they'll meet in the middle. They'll get a draw against United, who've been in good form. And I think they'll take that as a win. We head over to these two teams that absolutely reek. Spurs versus Crystal Palace. Two teams that look absolutely horrendous at times. Spurs probably even worse than Crystal Palace right now. And speaking of a team, that could need a new manager in Spurs, maybe Glasner to Spurs. I think a lot of people are looking at Pochettino to go, but that's besides the point. Lacroix will be out. Arguably, Crystal Palace's best player as of right now with Mateta out. And Nketiah will be also out. Strand Larson, it's all on your back. I'm sorry, you're in Pino. We got to see what you got. Adam Moore, we got to see what you got. Funny thing is, this game is so confusing because I don't even know what to. I want to say there's going to be goals, but it's like, where are the goals going to come from? Charleston again? Solanke again? Saar again? Xavi Simon? Like, these guys, this team does not look good, and they're going to be missing a lot of their players. Odobor, Madison, Kulusevski, Kudus, Odogi, Ben Davis, Bergvall, Bentancur, Romero, Jed Spence questionable. Like, oh my, Spurs. And so how am I supposed to believe that this is when they get points? When has this team ever done anything positive for me to put some faith in them to be like, you know what, Spurs, you guys are gonna win this game? They haven't at all. But this team hasn't either. You know what I mean? But they look better at times. But I think without Lacroix and I'm gonna take Spurs 2-1. I think they have the more talented overall roster, I guess, compared to Crystal Palace. But I think Igor Tudor's manager, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. This one is just, throwing paint at the wall and seeing if it sticks. You know what I mean? Like, what's it called? No, it's not that. It's not throwing paint at the wall and see if it sticks. Throwing. I don't know what the saying is. All right, he's throwing something at the wall and seeing if it sticks. All right, so that's what I'm trying to see. So Spurs 2-1 against Crystal Palace. Let's see if they win. They historically have been really, really good against Crystal Palace. So that's what I'm going based off of. All right, guys. And with that being said, that is all I have for you guys today. Hopefully, you guys make some money with some of the bets I gave you guys. Hopefully, you guys, sprinkle some parlays, and get some cha-ching. Because I think it'll be worth it. I think I gave you guys some heaters. I think you guys are gonna like. So hopefully we get some good ones. Hopefully Arsenal drop points. That's what I don't even care about my team. You know what I mean? I'm distancing myself from Chelsea. You know what I mean? Call me a fake fan. Call me whatever. Call me a glory hunter. Call me whatever you want. All right? I'm not here to lose. Okay? I'm not here to lose. I'm an American. I don't lose. So Chelsea, please get your stuff together because I can't be having this. All right? But guys, that being said, I'm out of here for today. Deuces. Goodbye. Peace. Catch you later.